standing with feet hip width apart, hands up, elbow to opposite knee to touch. Repeating on each side, finding a pace that best suits you. We'll target our core, our hip flexors, and even our shoulders with this exercise. Squeezing your core tight every time you come down to touch that knee. From your hands and knees onto your forearms into a plank position. Tilting your pelvis under and forward so we have a strong core. Bringing one foot at a time to toe touch to the side. Repeating on each side. Keeping it controlled, consistent from side to side with your core strong throughout this movement. Working our glutes and working our core. In a sitting position, hands behind you, we're going to extend out with our body, our knees coming away from our chest, and then bringing our chest back to our knees to challenge our core. And if you want to make this more difficult, you can do it without your hands on the floor and place them across your chest. Keep the tempo nice and consistent. Keep your breaths consistent. Coming down in a controlled manner, coming up in the same way. Starting on your knees and hands, spreading your fingers wide so you have a strong platform to push onto your toes, tucking your pelvis in for a strong core, and we will touch our right hand to left shoulder, slow movement up and down with that hand, repeating on either side. Use your core to stop your back from twisting when raising your hand to your shoulder. Keeping the movement slow and controlled. The slower you go, the harder the exercise. In a seated position, lean back with your chest. Bring your feet off the ground, hands in front, and we are going to touch on either side of our body, coming down slowly, touch the ground, back, over to the other side. Keep the movement controlled from side to side, engaging that core throughout the twist. Aiming to keep our chest facing between our hands. Keeping your breathing nice and consistent. The movement nice and controlled. Come down to hands and knees on the floor. Ensure your core is strong by tucking your pelvis under. Lifting your right hand off the ground as your left leg straightens. Extending out, slowly coming down, alternating to the other side, while maintaining a strong core. Keep the movement slow and controlled. Stop your back from twisting by keeping your core strong. Down into a seated position, hands on your thighs, slowly lifting your chest to bring your wrists to the top of your knees and coming back down for a sit-up, repeating this movement. See how high you can come up. If you want to challenge yourself, you can come up to the point where you're coming up onto your forearms on top of your knees. If not, you can stay with the target of getting your wrists to the top of your knees. Lay down on your back, head on the floor, straightening one leg at a time while bringing the other knee up to your chest. And you can place your fingertips on your abs here just to feel that they are activated through this exercise. So alternating between bringing your knee up to your chest and extending the other leg out. This whole time trying to keep your core strong. This will challenge our hip flexor muscles and our core at the same time. When you think you're skiing and you have a long and short leg in your turn, this is simulating that movement, shortening one leg, lengthening the other leg. Down onto your hands and knees. Splay your fingertips nice and wide for a strong platform to push up onto your toes. For mountain climbers, bringing one knee up to touch, your toe on the ground, alternating side to side. Keeping a strong core throughout this movement. Keep your breathing consistent. Laying down on your back, if you're able to, keep your shoulder blades up off the ground, hands across your chest, keeping your legs with a slight bend, coming up with one foot and alternating with each leg. Throughout this movement, trying to engage your core. Here we will work our core and also our hip flexors. Hey guys, thanks for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you enjoyed today's video, then head over to theskiclub.org where you can become a Ski Club member. This will give you access to our full video gallery along with a ton of member benefits.